This conference will now be recorded.
So I'm recreating the employee table and department table. Yeah, hello. Yeah. So in the last class, we have discussed about aggregate functions, right? So did you remember the aggregate functions? So what are the aggregate functions we have? Hello.
Maximum, max.
Yes, Bala.
Yeah. Some minimum, maximum, average,
Count.
list stage.
Count.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Like
this is the employee. Mhm. So this is my employee table. This is the data. Today's topic is like very important. Well, list the columns what we have: employee number, employee name, job, salary, job manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number. So these are the columns, and we have around 14 records, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to insert one more record. Let's say the employee number is 7369. Okay. The employee name is Bala. He is a clerk manager. He joined on 21st February 2018. Salary is, let's say, 2000. Commission is 100. He belongs to the department. So can I insert this kind of record? See, I'm trying to insert a new record, but with the same employee number as Smith. So can I insert this record?
That is duplicating.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. That is
We can
duplicating,
insert.
Bala.
Yes, it's a duplicate
So which one is duplicate?
employee number.
So employee number is duplicate. So which means no two employees should have the same employee number. Okay?
Yes.
But let me try to insert whether my table is restricting the bad data or not. What is the syntax for insert? Insert into emp column names, employee number, employee name, job,
Job manager,
manager, hire
hire
date,
date, salary.
salary, commission, department number. Okay, values. So here you need to insert the values. So I told you for number there is no need of giving the single quotes, but for character and date we should give. I'm getting echo, so those who are not speaking can go on mute. Yes, thank you. Employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date. This is salary, commission, and department number. Okay. So see, if I try to insert the record, my table should throw an error because this is a duplicate entry. But my table is not like throwing any error, right? It is allowing me to insert invalid entries into the table. See, if you observe, right, the 7369. So both these employees have the same employee number. So that is not an like valid scenario. So we should restrict this. Okay, now let me give rollback. I'm giving rollback. So we'll see one more scenario. So before that, I'll tell you how to add a new column to the table. So how to add a new column to the table? So the syntax is alter table. You should give the table name. Alter table name. Add. You should give the column name, data type, and you should give the size. Okay. So this is the syntax to create a new column to the existing table. Alter table. What is my table name? EMP. So I would like to add a new column. Let me add mobile. Okay, mobile number. I'm trying to add a column and I'm trying to give the values here. Okay. So these are the values. So let me add a column. Alter table name. What is the column that I want to add? Mobile. So what is the data type? Number, right? It should be number. And what is the size? 10, right? If we take any mobile number, it should be 10, like 10 characters. Let me create the column. See, if you observe, right? It is saying table altered. Okay? Table altered. Try to check the table. How to check the table structure? How to check the table structure? See what table structure in the sense the columns and the data types. How to check the table columns and data types?
Select to start from user underscore tab underscore columns.
Okay, user underscore tab underscore columns where table name
Where
equal to
table name equal to EMP.
the table you want to see. Okay, so this is how you need to see the table structure. So there is another way. I'll tell you that. That is nothing but DESC table name. Okay, which is nothing but describe table. Okay, DESC table name is a describe table. So here also you can see, like you see the table name and the data type and size here. So if you observe here, right, a new column being, see here a new column being added, right, mobile. How to see the table data? Select star from table name. See, for each and every employee, the mobile, I mean, it is null, right? Okay, so you added a new column, but there is no value, right? So you need to update the mobile number column, right? For each and every employee, you should update the mobile number. Okay, so how to do that? How to update a column? So the syntax is update table name, set column equal to value, comma, let's say if you are trying to update, let's say 2 columns, just you need to separate the columns with a comma. Let's say column 2 equal to value. Okay, and you need to give a condition where condition. Okay, you should provide the condition. So this is called a conditional update. Okay, this is called conditional update. And there is one more thing. If you don't specify a condition, right? If you don't specify any condition, then that becomes a total table update. Okay, I'll try to tell you this. Okay, let me take the mobile number. Okay, so I'm trying to update mobile number for, let's say, employee called Alan. For Alan, I would like to update this mobile number. So this is the mobile number that I want to update for Alan. And what is the Alan employee number? 7499 is a employee number. So the syntax is update emp set mobile equal to, this is the value that I want to update. For which employee? Where employee number equal to 7499. Okay, 7499. So try to run this statement. Okay, so before running this, verify the table data. So let's start from table name. See, for 7499, there is no mobile number. Let me run this statement. So it is saying one row updated. Let me check the table data. So can you see here, for 7499, the mobile number is being updated. Okay, so I told you one more thing called total table update. So what will happen if I don't give any condition? See, here I'm not giving any condition. And tell me what will happen if I don't give any condition. What will happen? Okay, let me run this statement. So it is saying 14 rows updated. So which means for all the employees, the same mobile number is being updated. So this is incorrect, right? This is incorrect. So what you need to do? So you need to give rollback. Okay, give rollback. Now check the data. Okay. So if you want to update any particular column, you should have a proper condition. Okay, if you don't give any condition, it will update for all the records. So the condition is mandatory. You understood, right? So how you are going to write a statement? So this is the way you need to write a statement. Clear? Let's say my requirement is I would like to take this one 7521, and for 7521 this is the mobile number. And let me update the record. So what I want to do is I would like to update the commission as 1000. Okay, I want to update mobile number as well as the commission. So I'm increasing the commission. Let's say I'm giving 1000. So what you need to do, you need to give comma commission equal to 1000. Okay, sorry, here mobile number equal to this one, comma commission equal to 1000. Let me run this statement. So it is saying one row updated. Go on, verify the table. See, the mobile number got updated and the commission is also updated. So whatever the data that you have entered is correct. Now try to give commit. Commit. Now the data is permanently stored in the table. Okay, let me update for all the employees. I mean, if I want to update for all the employees, I need to write 14 such statements. Okay, so but while you are doing practice, try to generate 4 statements. But for the time being, I'm updating in another way. To save the time, like now done in another way. But while doing your practice, just try to write these statements. So now you are clear, right? What is an update and all. So my here the point is I would like to restrict the invalid entries into the table. So this is an invalid entry. And let me insert one more record. I'm giving null value for a employee. So null in the sense there is no value. Okay. So if you don't specify anything, it becomes a null. Okay. Employee number, he is a salesman. His manager is cell 782. So see, this is also invalid entry, right? Because if you join any company, you should be having a employee number, right? So if I try to insert this record, right, it has to throw an error. My table should throw an error, but try to observe whether my table is allowing the bad records or not. So here I'm giving null value. So if you are giving any null value, right, don't give any single quotes. Just try to give null keyword. Okay, null keyword. Salesman 7782. 22nd April 2014. 2200, and he belongs to 10th department. And I have another column, right? Mobile number, right? Mobile number. So
But
the
check for the date. It's 21.
1 minute. Okay, let me insert this record. Okay, forget about this statement. Now, let me run this statement first. See, it is not throwing any error, right? It is accepting the null value for employee number column. So ideally, it shouldn't accept. Okay. Now the second scenario is also done. Let me give rollback. Verify the table. So I have 14 records. Now take one more scenario. Let's say I'm inserting one more record. Give me 1 minute. So I'm inserting one more record. Okay. See, can I give the same mobile number for this employee? For Jaya also, I'm trying to give the same mobile number which Martin has. So can I give such entry? No, right? No, right? So this is also invalid record. So try to see this one also, whether it is accepting or not. So double eight.
Hello. Hello. Bala, your voice is not audible.
I guess he lost his connection.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Bala.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Network issue. So this is an invalid entry because the same mobile number is already there for another employee. So I should restrict this one also. So let me give rollback. And
Bala,
another scenario. Yeah,
every
yeah.
time when I insert table information, should I mention employee name, number, job every time, manager? Or
Yeah.
I just
I'll tell you that. But yes. No, I'll tell you when. Like, I'll tell you the scenario. But for the time being, try to. That is the best practice. Okay.
Oh,
Fine. So we have one more table, right? What is the table? We have department table also, right? Select start from department table. So this department table will have the information of departments that are available in a company. So in my company, I have department 10, 20, 30. Okay. I'm trying to insert one more record, 9999. So employee name is Farooq. Employee job is a manager. John 12th February. Commission is 200. So he belongs to, let's say, 50th department. Okay. Clear? He belongs to the 50th department. So can I give 50 here?
For giving 2000
No.
salary.
No. Salary is fine, but I'm just saying, can I can I mention the department number as 50 for this employee?
no,
See,
Bala,
in your
invalid entry.
in your company, we have only 4 departments, 10, 20, 30, 40. If you recruit any employee, you should recruit them in any of the existing departments. So you should not recruit an employee which is not there in the company. Okay, this is an invalid entry. Try to verify whether your table is accepting this entry or not. Double nine. Farooq. Manager. 12th February. 2018. 2000. He belongs to 50th department. And this is a mobile number. So try to see whether my table is accepting this record or not. It is accepting, but I know that it's an invalid entry. Okay, I'm giving a rollback. Now let's take one more scenario. See, as per my company policy, the minimum salary of the employee should be greater than 500. Okay, that is my company policy. I'm giving one more. I'm inserting one more record. Let's say 2222 star. He is a salesman. His manager is 7566. He joined on 16 April, let's say 2019. Salary I'm giving as 400. Commission 100. 10th department. This is the mobile number. See, salary 400 is not an invalid entry, but as per my company policy, this is an invalid entry. Okay, I should restrict this one also. Okay, let me insert the final record. Double two. Salesman 7566. 16th April 2019. 400. 100, 10, and this is the mobile number. So as per my company policy, this is an invalid entry, but it is accepted. Now we'll try to restrict this. First, we'll try to restrict the mobile number. Okay. So if the given mobile number is already there in the table, it should throw an error. Okay, that is my requirement. So this is called restricting invalid entries into the table columns is done by using constraints. Okay? So by using constraints, we can restrict invalid entries into the table. Okay, I'll tell you what are the different types of constraints we have. Constraint types. Okay. Different constraint types. What are the different types of constraints we have? We have not null, unique, check, primary key, foreign key. So these 5 are called constraints. What is this not null, unique, check, primary key and all? I'll tell you. First of all, I'll give you a syntax. So if you remember the syntax, you can create any type of constraint. So the syntax is alter table name, add constraint name, constraint type, column name. Okay, this is the syntax to create a constraint. Now we'll see this one. First of all, we'll try to concentrate on mobile number. I'll try to create a alter table emp. See, there is one naming convention for this constraint name. This term is naming convention. So naming convention is nothing but the way that you are giving the name for the different objects, like for table, for column, for data type. The names that you are giving is called a naming convention. So for constraint name, right, the naming convention should be something like, I'll tell you. I will give the naming convention, how the developers will follow. So alter table, my table name is emp. So on what column I'm trying to restrict the duplicates? Mobile, right? On mobile number column, I should not have any duplicates, correct? This mobile number is already given by Martin. So I shouldn't have the same mobile number for other employees. So that is what I'm trying to restrict. So for this particular mobile number, I'm trying to create a unique constraint. See, what do you mean by unique? It will not allow duplicate records. Okay. What unique will do? Unique will not allow any duplicate values. So you are able to follow, right? Alter table name, add constraint constraint name. See, I'm giving as u underscore emp underscore mobile. So, and what do you mean by constraint type? These are the constraint types. What are the constraint I'm going to create? I'm going to create unique. Okay, on which column? Mobile. Clear? Okay. Before running this statement, okay, see, before running this statement, I'll try to insert this and show you the difference. My table is having around 14 records, and I'm trying to recruit a new employee. Let me insert this. See, it is not throwing any error. I'm giving a rollback. So ideally, it has to throw an error because the employee number is duplicate. Okay. So, did you remember the like table name for storing the table's information? So, what is the data dictionary view to check the tables information? User underscore tables, right? So in user underscore tables, you can able to see the tables information. And how to check the columns information? User underscore tab underscore columns. This will be used to verify the columns information of a table. Similarly, we have another data dictionary view which will be used to check the constraints. User underscore, so user underscore constraints is a data dictionary view which will be used to see the constraints information. And user underscore cons underscore columns is another data dictionary view to verify the column information of a constraint. See, you'll understand about these two things after creating this constraint. Okay, let me run this statement. So what it is saying? It is saying table altered. Okay. Now let me run this insert statement. I mean to say, let me insert this record. What it is throwing? Unique constraint violated, which means this particular column, mobile number column, is already having this particular value. So you cannot insert the duplicate record. So earlier, before creating the constraint, you are able to insert the record. But after creating the constraint, what it is saying? It is throwing an error called unique constraint violated. Jaya, you are able to follow, right?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Okay, fine. So, fine. Try to verify this table user underscore constraint. See, earlier you don't have any records. Now, what this particular table contains, it will contain the constraint name that you created and the table information and the constraint type. U means unique constraint. Okay, on employee table, you are creating a unique constraint, and the constraint name is u underscore emp underscore mobile number. But this particular table will not have the information of the column on which you have created a constraint. So you have created a constraint on mobile number column, but do you see any column which is having mobile value? you will not have any column information here. Okay, but if you can verify the below table user underscore comes underscore columns, it will have the, this is the constraint name, this is the table name. On mobile number, you are having a unique constraint. Clear, right? So any doubts? So అందరూ silent గా ఉన్నారు. Any doubts ఉన్నాయా?
No, Bala, good to go.
Okay, fine. Now, I'll tell you about this one, salary. Okay. So what I need to do, as per my company policy, the minimum salary of the employee should be greater than 500. Let me insert this record and I'll show you. Yes. Okay. I'm inserting this record, but it is not showing any error. Let me create a constraint. So what is the type of constraint that I need to create here? I need to create a check constraint. Okay. Okay. It will check, say, condition. Okay. Now I'll tell you how to create a check constraint. Same syntax, there is no difference. Take this syntax. Alter table name, add constraint, constraint name. I'm giving a C underscore EMP underscore salary. Okay. Constraint type. What is the constraint? Check. What you're going to check? I'm going to check whether salary is greater than 500 or not. Okay. So this is how you need to create a check constraint. Okay. Before creating this, try to verify the user underscore constraints. You have only one constraint, that is nothing but unique constraint, which is created on mobile number column. Now let me create this. It is saying table altered. Go and verify user underscore constraints. You'll have two records. What is this? This is a check constraint. What it is checking? It is checking a condition whether the salary is greater than 500 or not. This is the constraint name. See why I have given U underscore EMP underscore mobile, C underscore EMP underscore salary. See, U means, see, it is for our understanding. U means unique. EMP
Yeah.
means the table on which I am creating a constraint. Mobile means the column which I am going to create a constraint. Okay. So this is called a naming convention. By seeing this name, you can sense something, right? This is a unique constraint. This is a check constraint. This is a table name and this is a column name. Okay. That is called a naming convention. Okay. Try to verify user underscore constraint underscore columns. See, this is a check constraint you created on employee table on on salary column. Fine. Now let me insert this record. If you try to insert this record, what it is saying? Check constraint violated. Okay. Check constraint violated. What it is saying? This particular constraint is restricting your data. So what is this constraint? This is a check constraint. So it is not allowing you to insert a record with a salary less than 500. Clear, right? Okay, now we'll see the other condition. See, what is this? Tell me, on employee number column, what is the constraint that I can create?
Bala, since it is for internal understanding, we can create,
Hmm?
we can give any type of like, so whatever the constraint we are giving for our understanding, we can give any keywords, right?
Yeah, you can give any keyword. Yes.
Yeah. Unique and not null, Bala.
Yeah, I'll tell you. See, what I'm doing here for employee name, right? I'm giving as null.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to insert one more record. Employee name I'm giving as null. He is a clerk 7902. So 12th February. Okay. So can I give null for an employee name? No, right?
Hmm.
No, this is a invalid entry. Okay. And let me insert this record. I'm giving as null here. Okay. Use 12th February 18, 800, 100, 10. I think it is. Okay, let me insert this. See, it is not throwing any error, right? But I know it is an invalid entry because the employee name should not be null, correct? Should not be null. So I should restrict this. Okay. So I'll tell you how to restrict this. Only for not null, right? See, not null is nothing but it will not allow null values. Clear? Not null is nothing but it will not allow null values. See, the syntax for only for not null will be little bit different. Alter table, table name, modify, modify column name. Okay, not null. Okay. So this is the syntax to create a not null constraint. Now let me try to create a not null constraint on which column? Which column?
Employee name. Employee name.
Right, evening. Okay, you should tell the column name. Not null. Okay, let me run this. So before running this, verify the constraints you have. We have two constraints. One is a set constraint, the other one is a unique constraint. Now you're going to create another constraint. It is saying table altered. You want to verify the runs for constraints? You're having three, right? You are having three. So what it is? C. Okay. What it is checking? It is saying checking whether employee name is not null. Clear? See, for unique, see, I mean to say for check on not null, the constraint type is C only. Okay. But if you see the search condition, right, it is saying employee name is not null. So by seeing this, you can say that it is a not null constraint and this is a check constraint. Clear, right? Now let me insert this report. What it is saying, cannot insert null into employee name. Clear? Okay, now you tell me what is the constraint that I can create on. So what do you mean by not null? It will not allow
L1.
null values.
Null.
Oh, null values. Now, yeah, tell me what is the constraint or what are the constraints that I can create on employee number?
Unique and not null.
Correct.
Primary key and
So
job.
yeah, no, I'll tell you. See, on employee number column, so the information you have, as of now, what is the information you have? You know that you know how to create a check constraint, unique constraint, and not null. But for employee number column, what I need to restrict? I need to restrict duplicates and null values. Okay, so I need to create two constraints, right? I need to restrict duplicates as well as null values. Correct? Two constraints I have to create. Clear, right? See, primary key is nothing but a combination of null and unique. Clear? See, this primary key is nothing but combination of unique and not null, which means it will not allow null values and duplicate values. Clear? What do you mean by primary key? Primary key is nothing but the combination of not null and unique, which means it will not allow duplicates and null values. So if I create a primary key on employee number column, then it will not allow null values as well as duplicate values. Clear, right? అర్థమైందండి? Okay. So employee number, on employee number column, I need to create a primary key, right? Correct? I should
Yes,
create
sir.
a primary key. Let me create a primary key. What is the syntax? The same syntax. So like unique and check, right? The syntax will be same. Take this same syntax and try to create. So before creating, try to insert this. So it is saying one row inserted, but this is a duplicate. Try to insert null value also. So it is accepting duplicates and null values for employee number column. So I should restrict this. Give me rollback and try to create a primary key, alter table, table name, add constraint, constraint name. I'm giving as pk underscore emp underscore employee number. And what is the type of constraint I'm creating? I'm creating primary key on which column? Employee number column. So before creating this, check the data dictionary views. You have currently you have only 3 constraints. Okay. Now let me run this one. It is saying table altered. Verify user underscore constraints. We have 4th constraint, right? P. What do you mean by P? It's a primary key. What do you mean by primary key? Primary key will not allow null values and duplicate values. Try to fix user underscore cons underscore columns. See, primary key on employee number column. Try to run this one. What it is saying? Too many values. Wait, okay. See, unique constraint violated. Clear? Unique constraint violated. Try to insert null values. You cannot insert null values into employee number column. Clear, right? Okay. We'll see the other one also. This record. Okay. See, why I am saying it is an invalid entry? Because you are trying to recruit an employee which in a department which is not exist in the company. Okay? So you should restrict this. For this one, right? This is called a foreign key. Okay, this is called foreign key. So foreign key means when you are inserting data into one table, internally you are verifying whether this department is existed in department table or not. Okay, that is why it is called a foreign key. Okay, you are trying to insert data into one table, but internally you are checking whether the record which you are entering is existed in another table or not. That is why it is called foreign key. Now let me create a foreign key. The syntax to create a foreign key is a little bit different. We alter table name, child table name, constraint name, constraint type. Child column name. Reference. So this is how the syntax will look. Alter table name, add constraint name, constraint type. See, till here it is same. Okay, but only thing is what you are referring to a parent table and the parent table column. Okay? So whenever you are inserting, this is a child table. On employee table, on department number, when you are inserting a record, internally it has to refer to a department table and department number column. So this becomes the parent table and this becomes a child table. Okay. Okay. So one important point is when you are creating a foreign key, right? When you are creating a foreign key, the parent table should have a primary key or a unique key. So this is the restriction. So when you are creating a foreign key on a child table, the parent table column should have a either primary key or a unique key. Okay, this is a prerequisite. So let me create a foreign key. What is your child table name? EMP constraint name. I'm giving as FK underscore EMP underscore department number constraint and type. It is a foreign key. Department number references DPT number. Okay, let me run this. So what is the error you are getting? Non-matching unique or primary keys for the column list. See, non-matching unique or primary keys for the column list. So the meaning of this particular statement is, whenever you are creating a foreign key, the parent table should have either primary key or unique key. Clear? ఇక్కడ చూస్తే మీరు అదే చెప్తున్నాడు. A references clause statement given in the column list which there is no matching unique or primary key constraint. Clear? మీరు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్ కి అసలు కన్స్ట్రైంట్ ఉందో లేదో ఎలా చెక్ చేస్తారు? ఒక టేబుల్ కి కన్స్ట్రైంట్ ఉందో లేదో ఎలా చెక్ చేస్తారు మీరు? user underscore constraints where table underscore name equal to DEPT. Okay, ఇలా ఇచ్చారనుకోండి. So if you try to give this statement, right, it shows you the constraints available on this particular table. So currently you don't have any constraints. So let me create a primary key because I'm trying to create a foreign key on employee table. Sorry, I'm trying to create a foreign key on employee table. That is the reason the department table should have a primary key on department number column. Now let me create a primary key on department table. Alter table DEPT, add constraint name. The constraint name is TK underscore DEPT foreign key primary key department number. Okay. So this is how you need to create a primary key. Now let me just run this statement. Earlier you don't have any record, but now you have a record. Clear? Okay, now let me try to create a foreign key on employee table. What is your child table name? EMP. What is the constraint that you're going to create? You're going to create a foreign key, right? Yeah, I already made the statement. So this is a statement. Let me run this. See, it is saying table altered. Okay, no issue. Let me check the constraints. User underscore constraint. So how many constraints you have? You have, let me give the table where table underscore name equal to EMP. So you are trying to check the constraints on employee table. So you have a unique constraint, you have a check constraint, you have a not null constraint, you have a primary key, and you have a foreign key. See, generally foreign key will be represented as R. Okay, R means the referential integrity constraint. Okay. Now let me insert this record. What is the record that we're trying to insert? 50, right? The department number should be 50. Yeah, this record. Now try to run this. What it is saying? Integrity constraint violated. Parent keys not found. Okay. See, try to read the statement. Integrity constraint violated. Parent keys not found. Parent keys not found means there is no record called 50 in the department table. Clear? Okay, I'm stopping here for today. So now let me know if you have any questions. Jaya or anyone. Let me stop the recording.